Okay, so let's see. Well, let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. To page. Customer sends me over this design and wants me to remake just that heart. So these are like the worst kind, things that I hate to do, but it is what it is. So thought it'd be cool to show how to get it done real fast. Set up. Okay. So I'm gonna remake this design. For me, the first thing I do is crop it. I might take this and go in and convert it, make it black and white. I'll show you a couple of ways that you could do it. So I just converted that over to black and white, I do believe. I'll try it one more time. Maybe I didn't. Oh. Okay. So that'd be the first thing I'd do. So now I could go in and I could do a trace on this, but I can pretty much tell that this is going to look like real crappy. So I'd probably go back. Sometimes you can look at stuff and just tell what you can get a good trace on from what you can't. I could go back and I could go in and do a tone curve. And then that tone curve I'd lighten. That'll kind of lighten that image, and then I could go back and might get a better black and white image off of that and get a better trace. But in this instance, and see, that's a little bit better. And then let's see here. I could go in and from here go in and trace this bitmap. And then play around with it from there if I wanted to, but I'm going to build it from scratch because I want to show you guys how to do this real quick. So if you get a design like this and it's kind of giving you a headache and you need to do it real fast, I'll show you how to do it. Now see, we could do this and we could kind of smooth this out. And and all that good stuff. Okay, let's hit this here and let's kind of put that over there. Okay. Some people would take this and I could keep working with it. I could go over here to this tool. This will kind of smooth out some things. Let's see how that does. That would kind of smooth it out a little bit. And I can do that type of thing to it. This design here is just really bad. But you see how that kind of smoothed it out some. Now I could do that. And I could play around with that, but it doesn't make any sense for me to do all of that when I can build it really fast. So let me go back to the original design. Okay. So here is the design that the lady sent over. First thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to lock this down. First I'm going to get rid of all this stuff over here that I'm working on. Unlock this, delete it. Okay. I'm just going to set this over to the side of the page, and I'm going to Gonna lock this and go in and view this in wireframe. It's about to get good, I promise you. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rebuild this heart. And I love to use my B-Spline tool. B-Spline tool makes nice curves. So I'm just going to click it. And I should really have my pen when I'm doing stuff like this. I'll just undo that. I should try to do it with the mouse. So there we go. And I'm just going to kind of follow around that curve and go kind of fast because I am doing a video. You just want to go around and make this. Normally, if I'm not doing a video, I would pretty much take my time. I don't charge people for designs if I can do it within 10-15 minutes. I don't charge you anything. I don't charge for anything for any of this stuff. Just depends on how busy I am. So I'm going to lock it. Now I got that design. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Okay. So I just made it black. You can't tell it because it's on. I've got this here. So let me go in and go back into enhanced. Okay. So now I can see that. I can go in and I can do some stuff to that. But now I've got to put all of these dots around this image. Okay. And who wants to do that? That would be a big, big headache, right? So, I'm going to go in. The good thing about Corel is that we can do a blended path. And to do a blended path, I'm going to go ahead and put this in pretty much the size that I want it to be. See what size page I'm working with. Okay, I'm working with 13 by 19, so I'm going to go ahead and move this over here to the size I want it to be. Now I've got to put those circles around this image. So here's the trick. In Corel, you're going to go over, I'd grab my ellipse tool, hold down my control button. Okay. Gonna grab my ellipse tool, click on my control button and hold that down. Click it, my circle, drag it, and there I've got a perfect circle. I'm going to make this pink just so that I can see it as I'm doing it. And I'm going to make my circle the size that I kind of want it to be, going around this design, and make it a little bit smaller than that. Okay, so I went about there. Key is I'm going to hit Control D. I'm going to duplicate that circle and kind of drag it out here. Okay, now it's going to get good. We're going to make this circle, going to make a blended path to go around our heart. And to do that, we're going to use what's called the blend tool. Click on the blend tool, click on one end of the circle, drag it to the other end of the circle, click it, drag it, release it. There's our blend. So that made a blend of 20 circles. Now what we want to do with that blend is we want to fit it to this path. So we've got to go up here and go to Path Properties, select New Path, and then you see how this cursor turned here? So now we've got to select the path that we want it to go onto, and we want it to go onto the heart. So we're just going to click on the object. It's going to put it on this circle. But now we need it to go around the whole path of the circle. So we're going to go back up and we're going to find where it says blend along the whole path. And so we're going to blend this along the full path. Now we've got 20 circles going around. Now we need to go in and make them smaller. So you can just type in here maybe 60 or so, or you can just keep pushing this button here and it will keep adding circles and blending it along this path. This is a really, really good tool for when you're creating something and you wouldn't want to sit here and do all those circles one by one. It'd take you forever. I'm going to break this blend apart. Now I have the circles and I have, which are in the shape of a heart, and I have the heart separate, okay? So now I can take this heart and it's locked and I'm going to make it at 11. Just size it down just a little bit. Now I'm done with that part. Okie doke. So this is actually going on a pink t-shirt. Going to double click on my rectangle tool. It's going to put a square box around my plate that I'm working on. And this girl is going to be white. And sometimes since I ungroup those, there we go. Now I'd probably want to just select everything that I'm working on and take that outline off so I don't have any type of outline. Convert this to white. Now I'm ready to start typing whatever words are there and to place all of that, and I could go over here and trace this image. Now my circles are a little bit larger than what's over here, so I could have just kept making them smaller and smaller and smaller, but she did ask me to make it a little bit, a little bit larger. So that's that. We'll go in and do the hands. I don't think I'm going to use those same little funny looking hands. I'll probably add my own, but that's how you do a blended path and how you use the oh gosh, the B-Spline tool.